Good morning. It's the annual early Sunday morning trip to Clipsham Quarry. I wasn't sure I was going to come this year. It's Greater Butterfly Orchids really that this site is noted for, and I saw a lot of those in the week, but I can't resist coming back to see what state this site is in, because if you've watched the earlier episodes you'll see it was pretty much decimated last year. I'm not even sure it's a reserve anymore. In fact, I'm sure it's not a reserve, but I can't resist popping back to see whether it's reverting back to the fantastic site it once was, or whether it's been further killed off. The greater butterflies will still be here in theory, so there'll be something to see, but it'll be interesting to see what state it's in. I'm going to sneak in through this sort of back door this time around, slightly different to usual, walking straight through the quarry, so I'm going to sort of sneak around the back way, but let's go and see what the lie of the land is at Clipsham Quarry. It's a tougher way in, but it's a bit more discreet, he said, scrambling up the bank. Well, there's certainly been no further damage from what we saw last year, so yeah, that looks promising. Probably going to take a couple of years now to recover from what happened last year, but it's returned to grass, hasn't been re-flattened, so the future's bright, as it were. First common tway blade of the year. There's a lot of common tway blades on this site. Took me a while to find the first one. There's actually a few here. I can see one in the top right hand corner of this picture in the background as well. And there's some young ones. There's one down here that's kind of not really open yet. Clear some of the grass away. There's a few younger plants that haven't quite opened. Don't seem to be as far progressed as those that we saw at Fine Shade the other day. It's only a little one, but at least we've bagged a common spotted orchid at this site. There's usually quite a few here, but we're as ever a wee bit early. Yeah, well, I mean, the good news is it hasn't been damaged any further from last year. It's been left to recover somewhat, but there's not a lot happening here. There's definitely greater butterflies missing. There's a couple of plants that are always in flower, always in the same spot, and they're not there. There's about 4 or 5 on the one hillock on the site, but nothing else. There was a dozen plus here last year. Some of them might be a bit young and not in flower yet, and therefore maybe not as prominent to see, but I have a suspicion this site's seen its better days, and I think, having discovered the greater butterflies at fine shade, I think this is probably the last time I'm going to be coming to Clipsham Quarry. Sorry. I think, as I say, it's had its better days. I hope it recovers to the site it once was, but it may need a good few years, and I don't think there's anyone looking after it anymore. There used to be some nature people that were on the case here, and I don't think they are anymore. There's no sign on the internet that they are anymore, so yeah, I think it's just had its better days, so I'm going to move on now. Well, there you go. On my way out, way off the beaten path, and I found another one. In fact, this is the best one I've seen. Not in the usual site, so maybe there's another stronghold. But that's a nice one. Well, they say you should never give up. I've really just stumbled into this woodland on the way back to the entrance. I've never been here before, but I can see butterfly orchids. More here than there were back on the main site. Ooh, if I can stand up. There's certainly some over there to go and have a look at. Certainly some nice healthy plants in this section. Seem much happier than they were in the open reserve. So another one just to the side. Well, that little trip through that woodland area made up for the failings of the main, what I call the main site. It's not really a reserve anymore, I don't think. So, yeah, I think, I don't know, I might come back again one day. But if I do, I'll probably go and have a wander in places I haven't wandered before. There's a lot of woodland around here, completely untouched. And why not? There could be lots of greater butterfly orchid in there. So I think next time I come, it'll be on an exploration basis of new sites rather than trying to breathe life into the old one, which I think, as I say, has had better days. But okay, I think those 2 or 3 at the end made up for a disappointing trip. So now I really am going to crack on.